Yo friend, it's Levi here. And in this video, I want to walk you through how I booked my first $500 project and then step by step, incrementally went all the way up to booking my first $10,000 project.
It's business! It's business time! That's what you're trying to say. You're trying to say, let's get down to business. It's business time. It's business! It's business time!
So these business principles and videos like this, I actually want to start doing more of. Again, I've done some of them in the past. And so I'm going to be calling these little things, these nuggets, these takeaways, these lessons, business time. So I'm pumped for the lesson in this video because this has made a huge impact in the entire way that I ran my business in the first couple of years. And it's meaningful to me because I know if you applied it and you apply this mindset, you're going to be able to rapidly level up the types of projects that you're working on and be trusted with more and more money from your clients, which is a big win because when we're starting, we have this excuse of, oh, I'm not getting larger projects because I don't have the evidence that I could pull them off. And oh, poor me, I just will never be able to level up my production value. But we can deliberately do this with intentionality. When I was just starting out, some of the emails I got, I'd put some videos on the internet so people knew that, hey, maybe this guy does video. And they'd be like, hey, we noticed you do videos. Are you willing to do a video for us? How much does it cost? And this is a discouraging email to get because you're worried that the video work they saw you do previously isn't as good as you want to be making in the future. So you're trying to convince them, hey, I'm actually capable of doing better than what you've probably seen from me already. Will you be willing to invest more into this video? And that's where this concept of the ladder technique comes in, because we forget that our clients need evidence that we can do great work. And when we're just starting out, we have all these excuses about why our work isn't good enough yet. And this ladder technique gets rid of all those excuses, lets you know what you need to do right now to start getting bigger projects. And it's just really practical. So let's roll the clip from my Niching Down to Scale Up Your Business course. What I did at the beginning, I needed evidence to prove to a business that I could make them a great video. I didn't have great work to show this. So that's where I had to take the projects that my work verified I could actually do well. So at the beginning, when you're still learning and you're still like growing your tool set and investing in your gear, you think like, okay, like if I was just a couple levels up, then I'd have a slider and that would allow me to like make the video a little better, which like, I want to be making videos like that, but I'm not yet. So what I did deliberately was at the different levels of my projects, every time that I got a project, I was putting my 110% in so that way it could look like they paid me more to do it. If I was treating each project like a dream project, the first video that I was paid over $1,000 to do, which was like awesome, but I want to get paid more than that. It's like, what if I treated it as if they were paying me more than that? So the outcome of this, if we do this deliberately, is we can make each project that we work on be the evidence for the next one we're trying to get. So if someone only has $1,000 for a video and we make them a video, let's make that look as if they paid $5,000 for it. Because if we do that, then the next time when someone comes to us, we can point to the $5,000 video, the video that looks like a $5,000 video, and we can say, hey, we can actually make something like this, do it again, but when they're paying you 5, make it look like it's worth 10. And I actually very specifically did like this in about 10 steps. And I went from like a $500 video up to my first project that broke 10 grand. And they were all similar length of projects. So like you shoot for 3 days and you edit for a week and a half kind of size projects. Like that's the category that we're talking about here. And so when I'm saying like a $1,500 video, like clearly that's not as, like we're being a little hypothetical here. But we treat our projects like this, don't we? Like we go, oh, this is just a $2,000 video. I'll do it at a $2,000 level. And we don't treat it like an opportunity to try leverage to the next one. So this ladder thing for me, I push people to do this and then make sure that they don't lower themselves back down to the rung that they don't want to be at. So my theory is kind of do it once and then don't do it again. Okay, so that's an excerpt pulled from my Niching Down to Scale Up Your Business course. And the whole course is basically lessons like this to directly apply to starting your creative business, whether you've been doing this for a while or you're wanting to just get started. This mindset stuff are lessons that we learn the hard way if we just go for it and don't deliberately think about how could I do this to actually get to where I want to go? How could I make sure that I actually enjoy doing an art form for commerce, to actually get paid to make art for people? How do we make sure that that relationship and that experience goes well, not just for our clients, but we can leave feeling that we were that we had integrity as creative. That's what I get really passionate about. And that course is actually available right now, so you can follow the link down below. And as the time that I'm recording this, we're about to do our second coaching call. So if you want to hop in, you can still join us. You can get involved for that second coaching call, because there's a huge group of us all moving through this material together, which is really exciting. If you buy it later, you'll be able to still get access to some of those calls, but the best part is going to be able to get your direct questions answered in live coaching. So with this mindset in hand, there really is no reason why you can't go from a $500 video all the way up to a $10,000 video in a period of a matter of months. And the way that you do this is you deliberately do each project that you're getting the access or the privilege to take a part of, you're doing it as best as you can. And you might say, hey, well, this isn't sustainable in the long run because I can't always be doing more work than I'm getting paid to do. And that's not what this is about. This is acknowledging that when you're starting off, you're in startup mode. And so sometimes you're going to do some unpractical things in the short term to get you to where you want to go in the long term. And remember, the biggest battle you're fighting is to get recognized out there so that way clients know they can hire you, and then also build that trust with clients so they're willing to actually invest doing the video at the level you feel you can pull it off. And so without, giving ourselves these passes saying, no, the clients aren't coming to me and giving me more money, poor me. How about we take the opportunities we actually get? So those emails that you get into the inbox, actually see what they're like. Don't think you're too good to take them on. And when you take them on, do them as best as you can. And then maybe you just don't do that video ever again. So for example, one of the first things I did was a wedding video. And wedding videos are a great example for how you can get started as a video business, because most of us know people who might be getting married and they probably want it filmed. And you get this chance to sit down with a client and actually talk to them saying, hey, this is what I think I'm worth. This is what I can do for you. And it's usually a pretty safe way to have that initial experience that it takes to convince a client that you're capable of making a video for them. And usually wedding clients, especially some people that you might know, are more willing to trust you because they might know you. And this is a great first project, and you'll have an example of a finished video that you actually did and got paid to do. Now you don't actually have to do a wedding ever again. That's the really cool part. I only did a couple wedding videos once I started off, but I made sure that experience I got out of actually getting paid to make a video, I leveraged into my next projects. So I didn't want to do videos for weddings as my job, so I didn't do them again. But I used those wedding videos to leverage to do my first business videos, and then so on and so forth. I climbed all the way up. And it was about, I would say, probably around 16 months, that window between around a $500 project up to when I first crossed over $10,000. And that was really exciting for me. And the key here is making sure that as you climb up, you stop taking on those lower projects. That's a really important part here, because otherwise you'll suffocate your passion and you'll find out you really don't want to do this because, hey, I'm not getting paid enough and I want to make better videos and I'm not getting trusted with enough money to do it. But if we deliberately do each project the best that we can, we're going to have a better time working with our clients and we're going to get closer to our goal much quicker. Okay, I truly hope you found this business time nugget really helpful and practical for where you're at. I've got a question of the day down in the pinned comment. And that is, what are some practical ways you can take the projects that you're doing right now for your clients and step them up a notch to use them as better examples for the work you want to get in the future? What are some practical things that don't necessarily cost money, but if you did them, you could help up the production value, up the quality of the project for your client, so that way you can keep climbing the ladder and get closer and closer to the types of projects you truly want to be working on. Thank you for watching this video. I'll catch you in the next one. And remember, life's better when you make stuff. Peace.
It's business.